All right, let's see. I think we're live. Let's take a look. Hey Gary H, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Gujo, nice to have you here. Yo to you as well. We're gonna see if we can pop open YouTube here, and hopefully that doesn't cause any issues for us. Shouldn't. But then we will grab the link hopefully, and hopefully that goes smoothly. So grab that link right there. Open up the Discord. Hey, the one, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. We're starting here by grabbing the YouTube link and hopefully getting Discord popped open here in a second. All right, so it's loading up for us here. We will post this into the chat. Let's see, live stream. Right there, boom. We're live. Can close that. Back to Hero Wars. Hopefully that works. It was working right before the stream, so hopefully that is still working here. Let's get back to Facebook here. I did send out the Facebook winners for Saturday of last week, and so I'm relatively caught up. I think I might have gotten 1 or 2 comments on the last month, actually. Still getting some slow responses on IDs there, but you know, we're getting through it. So slow response there. And web wise, I still owe a couple gifts. I believe it's Anthony Smith, Tanya and Tanya and Jimmy, I believe. I think that's the list. But anyway, yeah, so that is going on. Francis Zegan, hello to you. He says hello to everyone else as well. So we've obviously got Nature Season Part 2, I think, right? Is this Part 2 or Part 3? I want to say Part 2 because this treasury has a few days left. So I'm going to hope that this is Part 2. I'm not really sure. But obviously we got another one of those little pickaxes that gives us a chance to get something for the Forgotten Treasury. We'll see what we get here. We got 10 flawless artifact essence. All right, we'll take 2 free rewards, even though, you know, obviously we'd always like more, but we're not going crazy about it. Not a huge deal for us here. This is not an event that I am going full bore in. In fact, right now, Hero Wars is a little slow for me right now in terms of how often I'm playing, which no big deal. I think there's waves, right? Sometimes you're playing a lot more frequently. Sometimes you're playing a little less. And yeah, I don't think there's an issue with that. We're going to also upgrade some of our glyphs here. I'm not really sure. Probably should just join a random guild for now. Let's see. Not really crazy about joining any singular group. So I mean, I'm probably just gonna hop into one of these and then I'll probably get kicked, and then we'll call it a day for now. I just really want to get some things going. I'll just join for now and then probably get kicked. I'm not really big on staying in a particular guild right this second. I'm kind of like not having enough time to play right now because, I mean, I'm thinking the biggest issue for me last week, right? Because there's some connectivity issues last week. I think the biggest issue for me was the fact that I had an update on my computer and didn't know about it. And so that really kind of, I think that update fixed a lot of things for me. So hopefully we are good to go. Yep, perfect, Anthony. No worries. I will probably try to hop onto that account for web after this. Well, either later in this stream or right after, hopefully. But I did update my computer. It actually took until yesterday to complete that. So I did send out the Facebook gifts right before this stream. The web ones I'm going to attempt to do after. Now, that means I didn't really get to play this Brawl event. I've been wanting to play it. I'm excited to play it. So we're going to definitely take a look at that here shortly, which should be kind of fun. It looks like the season's over. We got some items. We're going to pick this up because I want that archaeologist tool. Let's see. We got a couple of items that we just never had a chance to pick up. So I'm going to claim a bunch of these here. Let's see. We're going to leave that alone. We'll pick that up. We will pick up some of these rewards here from prior events. But anyway, I will just chill here for a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and rip through some energy. I'm going to find Krista. Where's Krista? Krista, where are you? There you are. We'll update our... Ooh, a little more cards. We can build one and build up a second. So I think that was the biggest issue for us last week, was we just didn't have the computer update. So I'm hoping that that is now what rectifying the situation that we had prior. So hopefully that resolves everything. And I mean, looks like we're running, you know, as far as I can tell. So no issues on my end. If there's something that comes up, let me know. Hey, Rantop, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. We're having a chill time so far. I really can't complain. I mean, everything's running relatively smoothly. Yeah, just a pretty slow month for me in Hero Wars because, like, again, I had probably about 4 or 5 days, couldn't log in. It was really frustrating on my end. Yeah, just really kind of something that I didn't like dealing with. But, hey, you know what? Those days are behind us now. It's a new day, and we're running really smooth. I really can't complain about it. Nature season. I did get that one more pick, so we will be trying to test our luck there. We're probably not going to pull anything great, but it doesn't hurt to use it at least. So we're going to just go ahead and open up that one there. We got some choice of greater insignias, which is nice. Choice of insignias is great because you do get to kind of look at what heroes you have and kind of cater to your needs to get that upgrade going here. The Soul Atrium, haven't been here in a minute. Let's go ahead and just open up the daily. Got some Astro Soul Stones. Great. Nothing spectacular. Nothing terrible. We will trade that in, though, at the Soul Shop. Obviously, this right now, let's see. Is the event actually already completed? It might be. I might have missed the event. We have Time of the Fearless right now is the time of the event. That just tells you how far behind I was. I really wanted to do the brawls. Didn't get a chance, though. It's all right. Doesn't always happen for us that way. Hopefully brawls were okay with you guys. Curious though, how did you guys enjoy it? I'm sad I missed out, but it is what it is. Anthony says, both my arms are a bit sore today. Got both my flu and COVID shots. Oh man. Wow, they really got you with a double doozy. I'm not a big fan of doing 2 shots at once. That's just personal preference. It has nothing to do with anything other than that. But, you know, good for you for toughing that out. I definitely can't do that. I definitely do one at a time. But I'm, you know, hey, if you can do both, you can do both. Yeah, hopefully you're feeling all right. I know for me, usually COVID shot or flu shot. Well, flu shots for me go down easier. The COVID shots, those ones usually take me a day and a half, right? Before I'm like, oh man, I feel like I got hit in the arm or something, man. So I hear you. I'm glad that, glad you're recovering. Glad you got your shots. And, you know, hopefully this COVID thing kind of, you know, phases out. But it does seem like it's going to be similar to the flu in that we're going to be needing something pretty much every school year. So, we'll see how that goes. We're not sponsored by Squirt, but Squirt is the drink of choice today. Pretty excited. This is one of my favorite, not as well-known drinks. It's a good one. Highly recommend. Cannot complain. All right. So we also did, let's see. I wanted to finish off Ishmael if I couldn't already on glyphs. So we'll get close. We probably won't finish it off because I don't have enough runes. But we will definitely get him at least to 46, I think. If I use some of these small guys. We're at 46, but we'll keep it going a little bit. We'll get him to 46 and a little bit more. So we're getting Ishmael closer to an area I can actually use him in battles, which is really the ultimate goal for me with Ishmael. I really, really love his offense. I really can see how strong he is. Ascension's going to be one of those key areas. Going to have to work with on Ishmael to make him viable, at least against some of the opponents we see in these matchups that I'm kind of having in terms of Clash of Worlds, especially. A lot of tough matchups. So, a lot of stuff that has to go on there. Let's see. I'm going to open up my boxy gifts. Looks like we got a couple nice rewards. Not going to complain. I always love bottled energies. Always hold on to those. We got some runes there. Charge dolls. Not something that I expect to see a whole lot of soul stones. I'm going to open up those here. We got some more bottled energy, which I will be saving for a future event. Not really sure which one yet, but definitely don't mind these resources. A lot of gold coming in, which we love to see. Love that. Let's see. For instance, brawls are so. Like having the shop, but having to include a specific Titan restricts your ability to defend some of the defensive teams. Got it. Okay. I know defense was kind of a well talked about point with brawls, which unfortunately I missed out on completely. So I am a little bit behind the 8 ball on that. So if you guys want to fill me in on that, and what you mean by that, that's totally cool as well. But I did hear there was a lot of complaints about the defensive side of brawls. So not everyone was a fan, obviously. And so, I missed out on that, unfortunately. But, again, love to hear from your guys' perspectives, you guys who played it. Unfortunately, I missed that one. All right, I'm going to keep going with these charge dolls here. Going to collect all these guys. A lot of nice little rewards here. I'm not complaining at all. So, Doll of Glorious Heroes. And obviously, right, with the event that we have going on right now, pretty slow event. Not really Time of the Fearless is pretty boring compared to some of the other events that we have. And obviously, with September coming closer to an end, still got another month of September. Or, sorry, another week of September. Excuse me, not a month, a week. But, right, we're coming closer to October, which is my favorite event. October, well, I don't want to speak out of turn. It's one of my favorite events, the October Spooky Fest. It's up there. It's probably top 2. That and Winterfest. We can't beat Winterfest, but if I couldn't choose Winterfest, Oktoberfest, Spooky Fest, probably going to be, up there with my favorite events. So definitely something to consider. For instance, who do you plan on using with Ishmael? So that's a great question. I really, this is kind of, I don't know if it's unique or not. I really like to double up on my tanks when I have Ishmael out there. I like putting Cleaver out there. I think Cleaver disrupts the offense enough that he's kind of a nuisance. Do I think that he does a whole lot to add to my Ishmael? Not really. But he is very tanky, and they both deal significant damage, and I feel like they do a lot more when they're working together. In my experience, I've had very good results when I put both Ishmael and Cleaver up front, surprisingly. So that's kind of the team that I like kind of moving forward in terms of, kind of who I'm going to pair up. Even though it's not conventional, and it doesn't give me that much... what do you call it? Doesn't give me that much. What's the word I'm looking for here? Not synchron. Trying to think of the word. Basically, it doesn't really there's not a whole lot of benefit in terms of ultimate skills. Let's see. His first artifact focuses on armor. So, it's helpful, right? It gives Ishmael some armor. But I don't know. They just seem to work really well together, even though it's not necessarily as harmonious, if you will, as some of these other synergies, right? Synergy is probably the word. Synergy. Thank you. Yes. Synergy. That is the word I was looking for. But I don't know. I like that the two of them together in the front line seems to do really good work. If I can get Jet in the mix, that would be an ideal candidate to look at as well down the line. Now, Jet's pretty far back in terms of where I need to be with all his upgrades, But that's definitely a consideration down the line for me, is looking at Jet after Cleaver. So that's one thing I'm looking at, considering down the line. It might be a rush, but, something to look at. For instance, I'm saving up for the new Spooky Pet, expecting to be coming out at the end of October. Yeah, I mean, look, it would make perfect sense to have a Spooky Pet. I would love to have a pet ghost as the little guy. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's a bat, but I think a ghost would be kind of cool as well. Maybe it's a little mini witch. Who knows what we're gonna see? It could be a cat. I personally like a ghost, but hey, that's me. That's just me. But I do think that there is some cool things coming, hopefully soon down the pipeline of that pet. I'm looking forward to that as well. So I hear you. Saving up on items, maybe not the worst idea, as well as portal charges and saving up those eggs that you get from those portal charges. Maybe not the worst thing. I'm going to just join this random adventure that they have going on here, see what I can do to help out. Looks like we cannot use... Oh, that's fine for us. That's fine as well. We're just going to go ahead and straight up attack this one. We're going to go Kark. I am going to use Sebastian and Yasmin. Should be good to beat this one, hopefully. Missing some comments. Sorry, missing some comments. Rantop says, I don't know if there will be a new pet anytime soon, but the Halloween event is coming quicker than I'd like. That's fair. I think we're going to probably see potentially a pet during Halloween, which, hey, that would be perfectly fine with me. They've been introducing a lot of steady diet of heroes, if you will. So I think a new pet, right, would not be the worst thing for our Spooky Fest. One of the most exciting times, in my opinion, in Hero Wars. I mean, it's one of the big four, I would say, events. Easily top two for me. Easily. Let's see. Francis says, I'm saving up for the news. Yep, okay, gotcha. Hey, Tanya, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Jimmy, yo, nice to have you here as well. Jimmy, I did get your message about your new ID, so I will be sending you a reward, hopefully after this live stream. I know you sent me that new ID, but I haven't hopped onto Hero Wars web yet, so that is where the delay is. Tanya, I know I owe you one as well. Tanya, do you mind confirming later with me, either on Discord or through Jimmy or however, letting me know the ID that you want? Because I know your old ID was the same as Jimmy's, right? But I don't know if, you wanted it to be the same one that Jimmy has right now for that reward or whatnot. Just want to confirm with you later on that. Just give you a heads up, right? Because I didn't forget that I owe both you and Jimmy a reward separately, right? So basically 2 rewards. But I never got them to you because I didn't have the right ID. I do have Jimmy's now. I don't know if you also have a different one or how you want to play that. Just a heads up since I have you here on stream. But thank you for joining. Let's see. Francis said, does Cleaver bring opponents close enough for them to be in range of Ishmael? Yes, he does. At least in the few matchups I've had, which has been really great. Basically, I'm getting rid of that. Usually it's a Dorian, right? So usually I use Ishmael and Cleaver when I'm trying to get rid of that Dorian in the back, which is good and bad, right? Because obviously Dorian kind of counters Cleaver, but now with Ishmael, I'm countering that counter by getting rid of him faster. So it's true, and sometimes I use the twins with this as well, which will spray everyone back further away from that initial point. Maybe a demonstration would be easier. But basically, right, we're pulling Dorian up front, right, front line, and basically I'm attacking. Then as soon as Dorian goes down, right, his aura is in that same area where Dorian was, but because I have Lars and Krista, and Lars is pushing everyone back away from this spot where Dorian is knocked out, basically my team moves up and is attacking everyone in front of where that healing is, and so that can play a factor as well. If you get lucky, right? It's not an every time science kind of a deal, at least not in my experience. There are times when, you get unlucky and you do have an issue. But, hey, sometimes it works out perfectly. Synergy, yes. Thank you, guys. Mr. Big, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Rantop says, if Cleaver pulls Martha forward, then you take away their healer. That is also the case, right? pretty much going after whatever healer is available. Dorian's kind of, in my opinion, the worst case scenario, but it can still work if you do have those twins, especially Lars, pushing everyone back away from Dorian's vampirism. It can be pretty tough on the opposing team, just saying. So yeah, that can be tough. Let's see. Hey Hillary, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. If you stick around a little bit later, we will be having winners today. So if you want to be added to that list, let me know as well. I don't think you're on the Facebook or web list, so let me know. I know usually keep a good eye on that as well. Tanya says Ishmael, Aurora, Rufus, Sebastian, Nebula is a good combination, so that might be someone to, or a team to remember. I definitely kind of played a little bit fast and loose with Ishmael. He's a great attacker, so I kind of get away with a little bit more than probably should sometimes. Sorry, I had a little hiccup there. But okay, as we get going here, let's keep going around this. Been enjoying a lot of the comments, so we've been kind of slow getting around the adventure here, right? I think we're on adventure 12. Should be pretty straightforward, though. We'll finish it off here pretty quick. Let's see. More comments coming in. Rantop says, I beat Ish with Arachne, so when Sebastian is with him, it makes things harder. Yeah, no, I hear that. I also like using Jorgen on my second team with Ishmael sometimes to steal some of that energy as well. That can sometimes be a factor. It's not always, but I do kind of mix up the teams a little bit more when I have Ishmael. Like if we're looking specifically at a second attack team, that can also play a factor. Sorry, I'm going to focus here for a sec. We've got a magic attack team we have to use here because physical attack is weakered here. There's a debuff. We're gonna ramp it up here. Where is my guy Isaac? We will go for a magic attack squad here. Whoops, we zoomed in too far. Okay, sorry. Yep, back to it. Hey Richard Ash, you would like to join the winning wheel? Yeah, let me know if you're on Facebook or web. There are also pretty straightforward ways to join. So if you're on Facebook or web, I do have videos on my YouTube channel that will allow you to sign up either way. And in the YouTube videos, there is a Discord. If you join there, pretty easy to sign up for that as well. Just a heads up. Let me know what you would like to do there as well. But happy to help out with that as well, Richard. No problem at all. Tanya says, is it okay? Sent a new ID. Good defense team is to put Dante, Heidi, Rufus, Sebastian, Martha with Axel. I really, really do like Rufus with Dante. I think that's a totally devastating combination. Really hard to deal with. But yeah, no, I like that as well. Here says, everyone uses Rufus, Iris, and Sebastian and Ishmael now. Yeah, I will say, I mean, I'm not seeing where everyone's talking about Ishmael as much, but, you know, you guys are mentioning a lot more. And, I mean, I haven't seen it personally, but I love that Ishmael's kind of having a resurgence. He's really been kind of unlucky in terms of getting debuffed so often. So I'm glad he's kind of making a small comeback, right? I mean, obviously, maybe not the most popular right now because he's basically tearing teams apart. I know. I've been hearing a lot about it, so I get it. But, yeah. Crazy to see. But I do think Rufus and Ishmael, not a bad combination. If Iris can get mixed in there, it makes good sense. I think that's actually a pretty solid base. Then you just need a healer. Yeah, that's a pretty solid team. Hillary says, in my top server, all the top players are using Ishmael. Wow. Well, that's news to me. But I like it. I mean, I do think Ishmael's a problem. Let me think. Who can counter Ishmael easily? I got to think about this one. He's definitely tough because he has so much attack power. And if you have Rufus, you need to use a physical attacker. One of my best solutions for that particular team would be something including the good old Kark. Mainly because Rufus does not like Kark. And Sebastian can actually get one hit by Kark as well. Iris also, if hit wrong, can get one-shotted or two-shot. So, I mean, I really think Kark is kind of a solution, but you do need to protect your Kark against the scary Iris Ishmael combination there they've got working. So it's definitely kind of a balancing act. We might take a look at that in a second, Hillary. Let me just finish off this matchup here, and we'll take a look at that. We'll see if there's anything we can come up with that might counter that particular lineup. We'll probably add in Martha at the end of that, Hillary, just to even it out and put in Axel and see how things go. We'll take a look. Take a look for sure. So the plan today is kind of, I'm going to do a couple things here that I haven't been able to do because I wasn't in a guild for a little bit. We will probably also take a upgrade look probably into Asgard a touch. Then after that, we will probably be, well, before that, we will look, right after this, we will look at the matchups. Then we will probably look at upgrading a bunch of stuff. And after that, we will get into the picker wheel. That's kind of the game plan for right this second. Tanya says, I love Iris in Hero Wars now. I mean, Iris is just a beast. And I think with Ishmael, it's definitely a terrifying combination. Not something that I think is easy to overcome per se. So I'm glad you guys are talking about it. We're gonna look at it. We're gonna look at it. I think it's worth an investigation. Maybe time to start looking into it a little bit more seriously now that it's becoming a lot more prevalent now. And Hillary's saying or no healer using Dante. That's also very, very scary. I think if you have Dante, Ishmael, Iris, I mean, I guess now you're just trying to hit harder than they are before they take you out. No healer is definitely a risky move. Rantop says, I don't like the Rufus Dante Iris combo. It puts Morgan in between Celeste and Aurora, so Aurora is out of the healing aura and doesn't last long enough. Yeah, I will say, take a look at that as well. That's pretty interesting, Rantop. We're going to start with Hillary's, but we will be looking at that Rufus Dante Iris combo as well. Iris just a really good table setter in terms of allowing her partners, usually either Dante or Ishmael, just dismantle teams. So yeah, I definitely we'll be taking a look at that. We'll be taking a look. All right, here we go. We're getting closer to finishing off this little task here. We are good to run the skip battle. Nice little dub right there. We need one. Oh no, we're good. We cleared the whole adventure. Good to go. Sweet. Done. Francis here says, I'm happy I win for an absolute star Iris during Winterfest of the year she was released. I will say it's hard to argue that, it's hard to argue against anyone Hero Wars tends to release during these Winterfest events. They're always kind of game changers. I mean, if we look at the last 3 years alone, right? I think we had Sebastian, 1. 2, we had Isaac. And then last year, we had Iris. I mean, show me one of those heroes that is not a game changer as of late, right? So I'm just saying, like, those last 3 that we've seen from Winterfest, hard to argue that they haven't been game changers, if I'm remembering that right. But yeah, pretty scary if you are an opponent. Don't want to be up against someone with an Iris for sure. Let's see. We're going to upgrade our Axel here since I'm looking at him. And hopefully. Nice. And we're going to upgrade that up there. Nice. Okay. Daily quest. Stocking up on some eggs right there. Let's see. Emerald Exchange one time. Should probably get a... it's fine. We'll do that. Call it a good start. Inventory. All right. Let's take a look here. We're going to go ahead and do a combat training. Create a hero battle. We're going to go no buffs. Max. Okay. Assemble attack team. Ishmael, Rufus. Ishmael, Rufus. We had Dante. Who else did we have? Sebastian and Nebula. All right, so pretty fair balanced team here. We're going to go as Axel as well. All right, we're going to assemble the attack team. And I'm going to go... We're going to use someone who can blind. So I'm going to use the pet Fenris here. And I like Kark. I also like Invari. And it's true, I am kind of cherry picking here. Let's see. I am also looking at maybe Phobos as my control. I really want Isaac in my lineup. Who else can I have in front of Kark? Man, I would love to see someone like Cleaver. I'm just kind of cherry picking at this time. We will adjust as we go on, right? This is obviously a very unique kind of thrown together team, but I just want to see how this starts off. So let's take a look here. Aiden is okay, but no point setting the world on fire at this point. That's fair as well. Hey, John Jensen, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Right now, we're kind of looking at some different configurations of teams that have been kind of causing some issues in matchups, maybe in Arena, maybe in Guild Wars, but teams we need to figure out a solution for. So we're taking a look right now. We're starting off with this very solid team here. It looks like the loading's kind of going there. But yeah, we're trying to figure out Dante, Rufus, Iris, Sebastian, and Ishmael. Did I put Iris in there? Hope I did. If I didn't, whoops. We will get that back in there. Maybe I missed Iris on here. We'll have to add her back in. But I think on the offensive side here, so Randtop saying maybe using Fenris isn't the best idea against Sebastian, which I mean I think is fair, but I do think we also have Isaac here and Phobos. Those are two stat, I guess, problem producers. Oh gosh, Dante is just too strong right there, one-shotting our guys. Man. All right. So we definitely need to figure out something a little bit different there. That is not going to work. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe we go... Let me stick with Axel for now. Problem right now is Dante. And one thing that this makes me want to do is it makes me want to use an undead squad. See how that runs, though. But to start, I'm going to put in Corvus and Morgan. It's an interesting team. I don't know if it's very good. I don't really have a great solution right off the top of my head, but I'm curious to see how this would play out. Because I do think that Corvus, right, has a very good offensive attack, but it's kind of hard to tell exactly how it's all going to work out. Friendship, is Isaac needed? No magic attack on opposing team. That's a fair point, right? We don't need Isaac per se, but I do love the boost that he gives physical attackers on his team. But we can easily take him out as well. Hey Viking, nice to have you here. Wow. It is late over there for you, but thanks for sticking around. We won't be super long, so don't stress if you are hanging out. We appreciate you being here. We'll probably be at most probably another 10-15 minutes, give or take. But it is nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Definitely a tough matchup, I will say. I definitely would probably need to study up a little bit more on it. But I think that there is a lot to be said about how tough this team is. You definitely need to kind of experiment a little bit. and throw in some heroes that we don't usually use, because I think Dante is just such a attack builder in the sense that once he takes down an opponent, he's ready to take down the next one because his energy just reloads that fast, right? So, and you have Ishmael, who is temporarily invincible while attacking you, making it that much more difficult. So we will see here. Rantop says, I started to work slowly on Aiden. Here he pairs well with Corvus and will help you do more damage against Osh. Okay. Something to look at as well. Yeah, obviously that wasn't the most pretty, offense. Man, Dante really just went off on that last one. So we'll have to take a look. Yeah, it is. And so, John, I know, you said glad to see everything is working well. I didn't even see that. I want to see the results. So I know we're going to end up losing here. Can we not just see what happens here? Just automatically gives us a computer? Okay, let's look at the info. So it looks like we're just not, we're not really dealing too much damage here. And we're doing a ton of healing, but we're not doing any damage. So it's it makes you wonder, where is the damage going? It's all going to Ishmael, but it must be going to Ishmael when he is invincible. Because Ishmael is invincible for a short period of time. Well, I say short, it's not that short. Let's see, Ishmael. I want to say he's invincible during one of these times. Why is the skill not popping up for us? I want to read the description. There we go. No, not that. Dodges physical attacks for 6 seconds. Wonder if that, what it's telling us is we have to use a magic attack team except for our buddy there, who is Rufus. That makes things tricky. Let's see. What if we do twins with Aurora? Obviously won't take down Rufus. And feel free to chime in too. Obviously there's some tough squads here. John Jen says you need Heidi, Dorian, and Morgan. Okay, so maybe we'll go with that. We'll follow what he's saying. We need Heidi, Dorian, and Morgan. Okay, Heidi, Dorian, and Morgan. Could try Iris if you want. I don't have a problem with that. But we do need someone who's a tank in front of all of this. Which to me would usually be Chaba, because I hate having Rufus be the first line of attack. Where's Chaba? Let's see how that rolls. We'll see how that rolls. We'll adjust. Random says, I would try this squad. We'll try that in a second here. But this is definitely one of those tougher matchups for sure. I haven't run into this team really at all. So, I can't really comment that I know how to deal with it yet. But it is worth looking into. So we're gonna look at it for a little bit here. Might not be the prettiest start, but we will work in ascension skills. Yeah, Ishmael's a monster with those ascension skills, dodging magic and Heidi style. God, he's really good with those ascension skills. I might have to send mine a little bit after we see how this one goes too. All right, after this, we will run the Rantop suggestion as well. And we'll also look at that other squad as well. That Rantop did not like, the Rufus, Dante, Iris combo. It didn't really run. We will run Tanya's as well. Looks like the computer's running through some sims for us here. Taking its time, but that's all right. Oh, I still have Discord open. That will slow things down as well. But yeah, I think one of the issues, I know John was saying he's glad everything's working out, but I will say I updated my computer, which really I think changed stuff. I was basically down for about a week. The update came yesterday, so hopefully that definitely resolves some of the issues I was having with Hero Wars. And it looks like I've been able to get in a lot more easily than I was before, so I can't really complain about that. We'll see if we can get back to this matchup here. Let's see. Francis says, I have found success with Satori against Ishmael or Dante individually, but Rufus and Sebastian will be a problem for Satori. Any other mages? I mean, I really am thinking that maybe the twins are maybe one of the better options. I do like Lars in general as an offensive mage, but it's just tough because you don't need to necessarily have Lars and Krista together. They do work better together, but you can use Lars by himself. He's perfectly viable. I've seen people use Lars with Kark. It's a very interesting and sometimes effective combination as well. For some reason, I was thinking that Martha was kind of a counter to Ishmael, but I haven't ran that recently. Has anyone tried using Martha as a potential stopper to Ishmael? My experience and recollection was that Ishmael cannot quite overcome Martha's speed of healing, but I don't fully know off the top of my head. Let's see here. As we start getting slowed down here, I'm not quite sure why all of a sudden we're getting a roadblock. Let's close Safari, reopen it. Francis here is saying a strong Morgan can tank Dante's ability and block Rufus's resurrection ability. Huh. Okay. Okay, well, we'll take a look at that. Come on. Let's cut there. Let's see, I'm gonna try refreshing again real quick. Let's see. I think I might have jinxed it, guys. We're running smooth for a while there. All right, well. All right. So we're slowing down a little bit here, and that's fine. What I'm going to end up doing here is I'm going to open up the picker wheel because we're going to get to that anyway. So after looking at that, I will actually, I'm going to take a screenshot of what you guys are suggesting in the comments regarding looking at this particular combination, and I will try to come back with a formulated game plan for looking at some of these teams, right? And I don't think I'm going to have a perfect solution in one day, but I will come back and have some suggestions on what we end up doing to look at what we're dealing with here with some of these squads. So yes, Francis, someone did, but that's okay. We're not gonna make a big deal out of it for right now. But yeah, it did happen. Hillary, are you on web? I feel like you were on web. Let me know what what platform you're on. The other thing that freaked me out here was actually the Picker Wheel website itself got updated. So I thought I misplaced all the names and I had to re-type in everything to Picker Wheel. I was freaking out before we started the live stream as well. Yeah, Richard Ash, let me know if you're on Facebook or web. We will add you guys real quick, and then we'll get the wheel going. So today's wheel is different from tomorrow's. Keep that in mind if you're new here. Yep, Hillary's on web. Perfect. Richard, let me know if you're on Facebook or web, and we will get this guy going. But yes, don't forget, guys, tomorrow's winners, if you're new, are based off of the Discord channel, and we're doubling up on winners because we didn't have winners last week. Both of you guys are on web. Perfect. Now I'm going to open up the Facebook list, and we'll start with that one. And we will have one winner. Let me double check Rantop that you might be on here. Rantop. No, you are not. All right, we'll add you onto the Facebook list right now. And we will save this. Sorry, give me one sec. This is a newer picker wheel, so I'm not used to. How do I save? Guess I saved it? Question mark. Not used to this new format, guys, so apologize. Bear with me here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and spin it. I mean, I added you. I don't know if you'll stay on there for next week. Hopefully you will. If not, we'll figure out how to use this new website. The Picker Wheel has a new website, so bear with me. But anyway, all right, let's see. Winner for Facebook today. Let's see who it is. Good luck to everybody. I will be adding Hillary and Richard to the web wheel after we have the Facebook winner, which is Rantop. Surprisingly good. Look at that. Congrats to you, Rantop. You are our Facebook winner. Please either message me on Discord or whatnot, and let me add you to, well, let me know what your ID is and if you want or what reward you would like for Facebook. Congrats on that. We also have the web wheel, and I got to add couple people as well. Let's go over to that wheel. Let's see, setting. Oh, it's not settings. File. So, oh, this is how I save. Save. So that is now saved. And let's see, we now have the web list, and we got to add a couple of names. So give me 1 second here. We've got, yep, perfect. All right, Rantop, we'll save your ID. Feel free to let me know which reward you would like as well. I will get to that a little bit later. Let's see, we got to add Hillary and Richard. Is anyone else who just joined wanting to join the Picker Wheel? If they're not already on it, let me know. I'll give you about less than a minute to kind of let me know. I'll give you a second here. Yeah, I know, right? It's funny how that works out. Congrats to you, Rantop, on that win. I will get you that right after this stream. All right, so we've added Hillary Hill and Richard Ash. And I think that is everyone. Let's see, is C1 on here? I think she is. C1. Yes, C1's right there. Sue Wong. Hey, Sue, nice to have you here. Are you a web player? If you are, let me know. We can add you to the wheel. Yep, okay, if you are on web. Okay, Sue Wong. And keep in mind, right, I do have the YouTube videos, which is how you enter. So if you weren't originally on there, if you would please just let me know your ID on there as well. Or at least just make sure you sign up. That would just make it look better. That'd be great. We're going to go ahead and save this list now and spin for our web winner. Tomorrow we're going to double up on winners to Facebook to web. Keep that in mind. Good luck to everybody. Let's see who today's web winner is. And it will be It will be Jose or Vega. Congratulations, Jose. I'll be shooting you a message on YouTube. You guys are our 2 winners. Sue, I'll add that ID in. I'll take a picture right now. We'll add that in later. Absolutely. But yes, so Jose and Rantop are our 2 winners for today. We'll be having 4 winners tomorrow. Not 100% sure on when we will kind of plan on having the live stream tomorrow. It'll be very short. It's usually kind of like an intermission in between some of the football games, assuming everything's running smoothly. But yes, absolutely. I do believe, Anthony, I have your ID. I'll message you on Discord after if I have a problem. But I will look at that probably in the next 5 minutes, Anthony. So if you can stick with me in 5 minutes, I will shoot you a message on Discord. All right, congrats to Rantop and Jose. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me here on this live stream. We'll be having more winners tomorrow. Very short stream. But I will see you later tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone. And I'll let you guys know exactly when that live will go in the Discord tomorrow. Have a great one, everyone.